Hi, my name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a Hell's Bell, hello. So I'm doing Get Unready with me. So I'm starting off tonight with taking my makeup off, and then I am going to show you this fabulous new night cream that I've been using from And Begin, and it's quite revolutionary, so I will talk about that in a second. This video is sponsored by this company, and I've been so impressed with it, so I'm going to tell you some more about that in a second. But first of all, I'm just going to show you how I take my makeup off, because I've been asked that a lot too. So I've been using this forever, the Body Shop Chamomile Eye Makeup Remover, and I just use that with cotton wool pads, and I just kind of let it soak on my mascara and eye makeup. I don't rub particularly, but I like this so much because it doesn't leave you with any residue at all on your eyes. You know, I can't be doing with anything at all greasy. So I kind of get the bulk of it off with cotton pads, and then I use a very simple microfiber cloth and warm water. Just put some more on there. And I find that that is just about the best thing. I do have some cleansing balm here as well, and I'll probably use that as well this evening. But sometimes if I'm going away, I just take the microfiber cloth, but I will mostly just be using that and warm water. So a lot of people have asked me what my evening routine is, so I'm showing you. I mean, again, this is just, you know, just me. So this is an Elemis cleansing balm, but there's many of these on the market, and I just slightly dampen my skin just to kind of get it started, and just use the tiniest amount and rub that in, just really to kind of start kind of dislodging. I've only got a BB cream on. I haven't got a heavy foundation. I know nowadays there's a lot of talk about double cleansing, isn't there? I don't really do that. So you can get these microfiber cloths anywhere. It is a facial microfiber cloth. You can get them anywhere on the high street, probably Boots, Amazon. I just always have one in my travel toiletry bag, and I mean, I probably could just use these to get my eye makeup off, but I do like the Body Shop one. So that's that. That's the day's makeup gone. Didn't take much, did it? So I'm just gonna pat that dry and then talk to you a little bit about this innovative new cream. And what appealed to me about this is that it is designed particularly for kind of women over 40, basically, and I'm well over 40. So it's called a serum in a cream, and in order to for you to receive the right one, you have to do an online consultation, and then take close-up photographs of your skin, which can be a bit daunting, to be honest. But, you know, if you want something to work, then really that's what you have to do. So I filled in the online consultation, took the photographs and sent that in, and then they send you the correct formulation for your skin type and for your problems. And this has got some unique ingredients in it that are all proven to help reduce pigmentation, fine lines and wrinkles. And oh, do you know what, I've only just seen this. Can you see that? It says personalised for Helen. Isn't that cute? How did I miss that before? So it's called And Begin the Revolution. And this is a heavy pot. This has got 30 mils, and they suggest 3 pumps if you're doing your face and neck. I do my face and neck. So this is what I've been using for a couple of weeks now, and I have had some lovely comments about my skin. It feels so rich and luxurious is how I describe it. I've got a fabulous promotion for you, which is, I think it's $4.99 for the first one, but it is kind of done on a subscription service, I think. But I'll put all the details and my discount code in the description box below. As with any face cream, you have to give it a chance to work, don't you? So I've been using this just for a couple of weeks, and I have been impressed. It's got a real feeling of hydration to it, but it does also use retinols, which are actually the only proven thing to improve fine lines, wrinkle and pigmentation on your skin. So as you get older, those elements of skincare are increasingly important, and it's very hard to tell, but I am really liking it so far. It's serum in a cream, so yeah, that's kind of makes it extra rich, doesn't it? So really the idea with this is for you to have an opportunity to try the product with the benefit of the discount code that I've got for you, and then to give it a chance to work. And what I do make sure of when I'm using this, if you're using any kind of retinols, you have to use sunscreen in all the time, really. So my foundation that I'm using at the moment, which is this one, this has got an SPF 20 in it, but that would probably be all right for today, which was like a miserable day. But if it was the summer, I would put on a fully fledged SPF with this as well. So I would encourage you to sign up for the online consultation and see how you get on with the product. It's one of the best I've tried, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to bed now, and then in the morning I'm going to do my full face of makeup. So this is a long video, but mostly I've done the get ready with me before, but mostly I wanted to show you this really lovely cream. And so yeah, it's quite different. It's different to anything I've ever used before, but I am very happy with it. So I can only speak for myself, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and I'll see you in the morning. So last night you saw my evening routine. I still can't get over the fact that this is ridiculous, but lots of you have asked, so you know, it's my honour to deliver. So that was my evening routine, and oh, this is the box that And Begin comes in. It's all very nice. Anyway, I'll let you decide. You can be the judge of that. So today I thought I would do kind of the full Monty, not stripping off, but I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to talk to you about my dermaplaning, and then do a full face of makeup, and then I'll do my hair. Now I've had so much hair cut off, it's not quite as daunting. I used to really hate washing my hair because it just took so long to dry. It still takes quite a while, but I'm still kind of learning this haircut, so I'm kind of trying different ways with it. But anyway, I will crack on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I get my eyebrows shaped about, not shaped, just kind of tidied up probably twice a year at the most. And in between, I just maintain the shape. I'm quite lucky. This is my completely natural brow with a few grey hairs in it, which I'm going to address in a second with my Just for Men. I've done this a couple of times now, but if you haven't seen it before, it's what I use to tint my eyebrows. And it is funny because the first time Rob saw it in the cupboard, he thought it was for him. Well, naturally enough, really, I suppose. So I'm just going to use my little mirror that I showed you before. I love this mirror. It's got the 10 times magnifying and the normal. And the 10 times magnifying is absolutely terrifying, really. But it is fantastic for, you know, if you want to do something like this, because you can see everything. So I'm just kind of pulling out a few stragglers, and I always use, I'll link everything where I can. I always use my Tweezerman tweezers. They're just the best tweezers. I've tried other brands and nothing comes close to Tweezerman. So I've got, you know, I've got a pair downstairs. I've got a pair on my dressing table. I've got a pair in my travel bag. Because when you need to get a hair, you need to get the hair. So I just do, you know, I don't go mad. I just try and get any obvious ones that are waving hello. And I have got some real, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but I have got some properly white hairs in there, naturally enough, I suppose, as the hair on my head has changed colour. I did have my eyebrows microbladed, but that was probably about 7 or 8 years ago now. So I don't think there's anything left of that at all. And I would highly recommend it, but you do need to find a really good practitioner. In recent weeks, I've seen 2 women and their eyebrows look ridiculous because, you know, they've got very fair hair and they've got these really black eyebrows, and they just don't look natural at all. I've got another friend who had hers microbladed, and she's very fair with fair skin, and hers are a nice kind of like these naturally. I mean, when I do this, they will look too dark, but it only takes a couple of days for them to kind of come back, if you know what I mean. So it's really important. They are a really important feature on your face. And they are bringing out innovative new things all the time. I saw one yesterday, which was like a transfer, and it looked amazing, but you had to have no eyebrows for that to work properly. And obviously, if you've had maybe chemo or alopecia or whatever. Anyway, I'm prattling on too long, but they really are important for framing your face. And really, your eyes are probably the most important part of your face for communication, and what they call them, the windows to your soul, don't they? So I've just tidied up a couple of little stragglers there. I've just realised I didn't bring any cotton wool to the table with me, so I'm just going to pop into the bathroom and get that. Bear with. At this point, I would like to reiterate that I am not an expert. I am just me telling you what I do. So this is my disclaimer. Don't, you know, don't come back to me with this or that or the other, because I'm just showing you, I'm showing you what I do. That's it. So I'm going to do my eyebrows first of all, and it literally takes, well, seconds almost. And what I use is, it's actually the case from the razor blade. I use the Venus, I think it's Venus Intuition razor blade that's got the kind of moisturizer in with it, and I just keep these little pots because I think they're really handy. They're handy just for taking pills away or something, but obviously, or I've used the lid of a toothpaste, you know, the pump toothpaste. So I've got that here. This stuff is quite potent, so try not to get it on furniture or carpets or anything like that, because it will damage. Well, it will stain, it won't damage exactly. And I'm using the Just for Men medium brown. And this one's the shampoo hair colour, but you can use the beard colour. I don't really know what the difference is. And again, disclaimer, this is just what I do and it works for me. So I hope there's enough in here. So you get a colour base and the shampoo colour, and you have to mix them together. Now, I just do it by eye. I just put, whoops, that much in there. That's plenty. Comes out really quickly. I'm just going to put a towel over my lap so if I do drop it on my jeans, I don't stain them. And then I just put roughly the same amount of this into it. Because obviously you don't want to mix the whole bottle up because you know you'll be done. So that's about how much is there. I mean, obviously I need the tiniest amount. So then what I use to apply it is one of these little TP brushes, you know, an incidental brush, because they're perfect. They've got the little kind of fibres on there that help with the application, and they're quite tiny so you don't get carried away. So I'm just going to mix this up. You need to be ready to do this because it literally takes seconds. So there's it all mixed together near enough. I hope this works now. It's a bit like Yorkshire puddings, isn't it? They never work when you've got anyone watching you. So I'm going to just get my, whoops, magnifying mirror out again. I normally do it, you know, up close. If I did that, you'll all run away screaming. So I just go in, hope you can see that, and I kind of particularly apply it to the white hairs, and there's definitely more of those than there used to be, inevitably, we've established. You can see it's kind of taking the colour almost immediately, and I am kind of brushing the hairs up to kind of capture them. And probably by the time I've done the other one, this one will be ready to come off. I've just got a little cotton pad here, and I'm just going to take it off the skin where I can obviously see it's just on my skin. You can see it's changing colour immediately, isn't it? And I do the same on the other side. Oh, look at that great big long, can you see that rogue one? I need to trim that. Goodness me, like Dennis Healey. He was a politician in Great Britain that used to have the biggest, bushiest eyebrows. You should do a patch test with this if you've never used it before. I can't believe, can you see that great big long one? God, that's not my chin. What is it with chin hair? One day there's nothing there, and the next day you've got a great big straggler. Right, so the same thing, I'm just gonna take that off. I won't trim that until so now I look like Groucho Marx, and that's been on there long enough. I've just got a little bowl of water here, and I'm just going to wipe that off with a wet cotton wool pad. You can see that's how long it takes. So that's just done the trick with that one. I would err on the side of caution. If you haven't done it before, you know, don't get carried away. Better to go back and do it twice Now see, actually that one has, I didn't leave that one on long enough, I suppose, because I took longer. I'm just going to go back on to these grey ones here. I think I've got so distracted by that huge long hair. That is so weird. The ones further down are fine, but I just want to make sure. There's no point doing it if you don't do it properly, is there? So I'll just give that a little while. So while that's just kind of taking, I'll just talk to you about dermaplaning. Now I have mine done probably again twice a year, but I do have some little dermaplane tools myself, and I have been known to use a razor. You know, it's a fallacy that the hair grows back differently. It just goes back blunt, so it can feel like it's different, but it's the same. There's 3 types of hair on your face. I couldn't tell you what they are, but you know, you've obviously got the kind of sprouty chin hairs, you've got the soft down hair, and then you've got the one in between, which is kind of a bit coarser than the down, but not as coarse as the other ones. And if you pluck them or shave them or whatever, they'll come back the same. The difference is that if you pluck them or wax them, they come back with a slanted end, and they don't feel as kind of spiky as they do if you dermaplane or shave your face. I have done a full face shave before. There, full disclosure, I have. No ill effects whatsoever. So that should be long enough now. And I do use an eyebrow pencil as well, so, you know, that's fine. You know my mantra, good enough. Good enough. So where's that great big long one? I'm going to pluck that out. It's so ridiculous. Look at the length of that. Can you see that? That was an eyebrow hair. God, amazing. Isn't nature marvellous? Anyway, God, I'm going on a bit, aren't I? So that's a little dermaplaning tool. You just basically hold your skin and go down. And you just take off. Actually, I've got a bit. I need to just get that one. Sorry. While I'm doing it, I might as well do it right now. There. I'm not going to do loads because I'm about to put face cream on. I wouldn't ideally do that just before I put face cream on. So I'll wash that out in the sink in a second. But just be careful that you don't get it on it. I've got my sink is not stainless steel or ceramic in the bath. Of course, it's not stainless steel. It's not ceramic in the bathroom. It's a form of plastic, so it will stain if I'm not careful. So I do have to be careful. So the other thing that I use if I do a lot of dermaplaning is I use an alcohol wipe afterwards to sort of tighten the pores up to reduce the risk of any problems there. So this is going to be a long video, girls, so I hope you're ready. So I'm just going to use my Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream because I like it. You don't need much. My skin feels so good these days. That night cream that I'm using is really making a difference. I'm just going to use the Prey neck cream. I mean, I'm not planning to go outside the front door today, but because this is the full works, I am also going to put on the sunscreen that I use. Usually, this is the one I use. Usually, this is Nivea, and this one is just called Shine Control because it's not particularly kind of greasy. obviously be careful of your nose. And when you're using that particular night cream, it is vital that you wear a sunscreen. So probably from now on, just to be on the safe side, I will be putting on sunscreen. I know you should use it all year round, but honestly, quite often I don't go out the front door. So, well, I mean, if I'm not filming, I don't put makeup on, really. So, you can see my eyebrows, they're done, aren't they? They look fine. So I'm just going to let that kind of calm down, sink in a little bit. I will link everything that I can link, I will link for you, ladies. And then, again, because this is kind of, this is what I would do if I was, you know, going out for the evening, or, you know, out. I don't do this every day. So I've got this Smashbox Photo Finish, which I do like. Don't need much of this either, but it does help your makeup to last all day. These marks I've got from my glasses, I wear contact lenses mostly, but of an evening and at least one day a week I wear my glasses to give my eyes a rest. I was told off by the optician for wearing them too much, my contact lenses, so I thought I'd better do them as I'm told. And then my favourite, well, it's not really a foundation, it's a BB cream, and it's this Boreon one. And again, I will link it down below. And this has got a factor 20 in it as well, so I am kind of doubling up. So that's gone in nicely. I don't use any particular eye creams or anything. I mean, I have got them, but you know what? I'll whack some on soon as I'm here. I've got this Elemis one. I'm a bit of a when I think about it kind of a person, you know. I'm not terribly organised in this regard. I'm still using that little machine, trying to fight back time. This is a bit scrotty, isn't it? I've had to put a little bit of tissue in here because it kept dropping off. And I did buy a couple of other foundation brushes, but this is my absolute favourite. And this actually came with the brush cleaning set. This is Style Pro, so I need to look out for another one. I've got a lot of brushes, but this is just my favourite. So you really don't need much. God, you're probably all falling asleep by now. But I've been asked a few times lately, so I just thought I'd quickly do one. So I tend to just kind of do that and then go downwards. But I don't know what you think. I think my skin looks plumper. And what I have noticed, I don't know, you know, you never know, do you? But I feel like there's a bit more of a kind of luminosity about it, you know, a bit more youthful looking. And that's before I put makeup on. So if anyone would have told me that I'd be doing this in my 60s, I would have absolutely laughed at them. I've always had an interest, you know, I have done people's wedding makeup and stuff like that, friends that have asked me to, and I do enjoy it. So I suppose this is just an extension of that. Now I've got this Bobbi Brown cream blusher, which I like, and I put on with a brush. I just go from the outer edge of my eye up. And this one is in powder pink, they call it. nicely. I don't want to overdo it. I think when you're getting a bit older, it's much, you really want to go more natural. You don't want to look like mutton, do you, really? I just enjoy it, so I do it. And then I'm using my e.l.f. palette. You can see this one's running low, and this one was in the I Love You a Latte. And this is my go-to every day now, and I use this one. This is my main colour, and I just pick some up on the brush, tap, tap, and then I go in on the outer third of my eye, and I just kind of swirl it, buff it, whatever you want to call it, and I take it up over my crease now, because that helps to open the eye. Again, I work with the you can add, but it's much harder to take away. So go in lightly and then see if you want to add some more. Because I've got blue eyes, I like to wear the kind of slightly kind of coffee colours. I think it helps your eye colour. I suppose it's the contrast, really. So I'm just going to get the worst of that off on a tissue. And then I'm going to use this pale colour, try and go to the other side of the palette, so I'm not using it. And I just go into the inside corner of my eye, take it up, and then just buff it all in. I'm sure that's not a technical term, but you know what I mean. Very, very natural. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the coffee colour. I don't know, if anyone knocks on the door, they'll wonder what on earth I'm all made up for. Now, I think this might have been discontinued. This is CYO, and this is a coal gel eyeliner. And I'll use this till it stops. I really like it. But I'll find whatever I can that's similar. And I'm not doing an eyeliner. I'm just going into the root of the lashes and kind of trying to add some colour there, so that my eyelashes, it makes a huge difference to the effect of your mascara if you do this. A huge difference. If I forget to do this and I do my mascara, I end up thinking, what's missing? And it's this. So I just kind of go into my eyelashes and just sort of scrub away at the roots of my eyelashes, really. Again, I don't think that's a technical term, but you can see how it just gives the edge of your eyes that little extra. So I'll be honest and say I don't normally do this at all. But I'll do it today, and that is eyelash curler. You can see I don't use it very often. My eyelashes aren't particularly straight anyway, so I said I'd do the full Monty, so I better do the full Monty. My hair will be dry at this rate. That's no bad thing. And then what I do always do, I mean, nearly everything that I'm doing, barring the primer, is what I do every day. I use this Maybelline Lash Sensational Primer. I just put that onto my eyelashes. It's running low, I think. And while I let that dry, what I would normally do, but I'm not sure it's needed today, is I would do my eyebrows. And this is the iconic, it's like 3-in-1. You've got a pencil you've got little brush colour, and then you've got what they call a spoolie for brushing your eyebrows. So generally speaking, I just use this and I just do little light strokes. I just fill that one in a little bit there, and then this one, and I just kind of do little light strokes. Never do a line. Your eyebrows aren't a line, you know, they're hairs. And then if need be, I'll just extend it down here. And I've had this probably 18 months now, and it's doing just fine. So and if you do that and you think, oh, is it a bit obvious? If you use this, it kind of makes them look like hairs again, because it kind of brushes them through. So my eyelashes are dry now. I'm still using this Kiko mascara. It's my favourite at the minute, and I just go down into the base of the lashes. And that primer kind of gives you the build without the too much clogging of the black. I always buy my mascara in the blackest black I can get. And I've tried them all really, but this one I like as much as any of them. I'll have to go out now, won't I? Where shall I go? Morrison's, that's exciting. Oh, what I didn't do, I'll just go back and do this. I've got this little e.l.f. beauty wand, and you know, talking about that, trying to get that little bit of luminosity on your face as you get older, and just add that, and it does give you a little glow. You have to be really, really restrained in using this stuff, or you just look like a clown. And the other thing that I probably wouldn't use this today normally, because I don't think I need it today, but I do use this occasionally. It's a Gatineau Perfection Ultime, and it's a little under eye kind of well, it's a miracle eye contour cream is how it's built, and you need the tiniest amount, and it just adds a brightness under your eyes, which helps to reflect away if you've got any shadows. So I do like that too. So then finally is the number 7 Stay Perfect lip pencil, which I do wear every single day. I don't know what colour this is in, I can't see, but it's just like a neutral kind of pink. It's like a rose pink. And I do the edges, and then I just fill it in. And I feel like doing this, doing the pencil, it does kind of almost stain your lips for the day. And then sadly, they've stopped doing these, but it's just a little autograph colour balm. I think Marks and Spencer have stopped doing all their makeup. I look so ridiculously made up, don't I? And that just gives it a nice gloss. Scare the children. So that's my makeup done. So now I'm going to dry my hair. Now, as I say, this hairstyle is still relatively new to me. I've had this hairstyle before, but this particular cut is new. So I'm just going to clip up the top part and just dry off the worst of it. I'm still using my Zuvi hairdryer. I love it. Oh, she said it's not plugged in. Hold on. This is the one that you can see the light, and it's supposed to dry your hair more gently. Fabulous rotating brush. So what I do like about this hairstyle is that I can kind of get completely different looks with it. So this is a much more of a kind of a traditional bob look with the kind of a bit more of a round thing, or I can go much straighter. So it is more versatile, and I still can just about tie it up, or I can just tie back, you know, kind of this much. So I'm happy with it. The strange thing is, I've seen quite a lot of people and no one has said, I like your hair. But you know what? I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I haven't had it cut for them. I've had it cut for me. So, where's the comb? Just comb that through. And the other good thing about it is, although it's still falling out in handfuls, they're not so long, so they don't bother me so much. So that's just, you know, a daytime, well, a bit more makeup than I would generally wear on a daytime when I'm not doing anything. Oh, and I suppose if I'm doing it all, I should put on my perfume. A lady asked me about the what was that perfume called? I can't remember. Got it up there. You know, the one where you got all, I got it at Christmas. Rob got it for me with all the different samples in, and I kind of forgot I had it until she reminded me. I did take it on holiday and use it, but nothing kind of jumped out at me as being fabulous. So that's my perfume, and then last but not least, some setting spray. And I keep this in here for this very reason. I haven't put powder on. You know, there is a limit to everything. I have got everything here, translucent powder and everything else. So my hair will look different again tomorrow. My hair looks different every day, depending on how I've slept and all the rest of it, what the atmosphere is. I'm just going to pop this jumper on. I haven't worn for ages. It was from M&Co. Do you remember it? It was You Are My Lobster. I think it's from Friends. Getting dressed on camera, doesn't everybody? And then I'm just going to put on a little plain chain with an enhancer from Munir. And that is me. Anyway, you asked, I delivered. I hope it wasn't too long for you. And yeah, this, I can highly recommend this stuff and Begin. It's directed at middle and older aged ladies. So I'm loving it. And that's the truth. So I'm not sure, my hair is a bit too round really, but it'll drop out during the day. I didn't want it like a pudding, but yeah. Okay, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.